I suppose in an unconscious attempt to get in touch with my sensitive side, I read a poem by Elizabeth Dalton, In 100 Years. That's what it was entitled, In 100 Years. Elizabeth Dalton. Dalton. D-O-T-E-N. Elizabeth. Check it out. And the premise was the ground will again be level in 100 years. The rich and the poor today will both be gone in 100 years. The swords of the brave will be rust in 100 years. And on and on and on and on it went, right? And in this beautiful, insightful poem that she wrote, one line in particular, when I read it, it pierced deeply. And it was the one that said, "Are the trophies they've reared and the glories they've won only castles of frost work fronting the sun?" Let me read it again. Are the trophies they've reared and the glories they've won only castles of frost work confronting the sun? Anybody get it yet? Because I could not finish almost the poem when I read that. Castles of frostwork? Y'all know what castles of frostwork is? That's ice for the poetically challenged, confronting the sun. What a spot-on picture of our earthly successes. Castles, intricate, painstaking castles, hand-carved, glistening in the sun but melting away, drip by drip. My heart sank with the thought of a castle village that I built myself. A castle I built for myself. Trying to do it myself. And then I had to cry out, "Oh Lord, I'm sorry for the times I have yearned for the attention and stolen the praise. But I was selfish and I wanted it. Because no doubt my castle have moved and melted quickly. And when you go through experiences like I have in the month of August, I was also reminded with how quickly life passes. And when I cry out to God, with every true repentant whisper that I whisper and I call out to Him on, God reveals how to trade the counterfeit of sin for the real McCoy if we just let Him lead us through. Yes, He does. See, the melting of my castle, it highlights the importance of building His kingdom and not mine. Meaning I tried to live my life like I wanted or I thought it should go. But I had to realize I kept bumping myself and melting, dripping away. Because my walk in life is not the walk that God has chose for me. What I thought was best for me wasn't best for me in the eyesight of God. And we have to start learning that the best way to do the will of God and get on the right track is through the discipleship. We are all melting away, and it's true. In 100 years, the sun will be victorious. But passing on our faith is like dripping the pitcher in a bath of water that remains cold and freezing it over and over again in someone else's life. Meaning we got to pour into people. Keep pouring that water because they hot and they thirsty. Who are you pouring into these days? Who are you literally pouring into these days? Are you getting your discipleship on? Because y'all know that discipleship is an international effort to pass truth to the next generation. And to keep it frozen, which means don't pass it on, the living water of truth for the sunrise of the next generation. Something's wrong with us. Because the tragedy is not in melting castles, but in evaporated water. So we got to pass on the faith, y'all. We got to let people know that, hey, you stay faithful and believe in God, He will see you through. We have to speak that. We have to preach that. We have to spread that. We have to tell that. Ice to H2O. Ice to H2O. And I'm going to take that with Matthews 28, 7 through 29. Ice to H2O. Matthews 28, 7 through 29. Yeah. Pass on your faith. Pass your faith on. Pass it on. Pour into somebody. Get somebody and pour into them. Pour into somebody. Just one person. That's all you need to pour into. Let me see if somebody brave enough to tell me. Who are you pouring into? Who have you poured into? When are you going to start pouring into somebody? I'm waiting.